Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's Mike here, Mike's Drones and More, guys. And today I'm going to be doing an upgrade on the SkyStars or the Furibee X140. I've been noticing lately that the VTX is not exactly the greatest. It's got the dipole antenna and it's not interchangeable. So I went ahead and bought a new 20 by 20 VTX, and this has actually got the display that shows you what channel that you're on and everything like that. So that's what that looks like. And this is the MMCX connector. So it just is going to pop right on there. And I also ordered some cloverleaf antennas as well. So I'm hoping this should be able to get me better reception. I noticed last week when I took it out to the races that the video was cutting out pretty bad in certain areas. I'd actually black out in certain areas going around corners and things like that. And if you're into FPV or FPV racers, you know that's just not something you want. So anyway, so what I'm going to basically do is I'm going to go ahead and take off the top plate. I'm going to get down to the VTX. I'm going to remove that, and then I'll show you the next part to where we go. So I've gotten the top plate off, so basically the only thing I really have to do now is I'm going to remove those top 4 screws there, and then I'm going to go ahead and lift the VTX, because the VTX has actually got prongs that actually just plug directly into the flight controller. So, but next to that, luckily there is some actually solder points that I can use for the new VTX. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and then I'll start that process, and I'll be right back. So here is the original old VTX, and you can see again that it's just soldered on there directly with a dipole antenna. Nothing super fancy about this thing. And the other thing I didn't really like about it is it's really hard to find the channels and figure out what you're supposed to be on, etc., and things like that. So now basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my new VTX, I'm going to go ahead and replace it on there. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and solder on the wires. So I've got a power, and then usually your typical video in, video out, all those. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this, and I'll show you guys the end product when I'm done. So here was the connector that goes to the new flight controller. So it's basically really easy. You got your red for positive power, you got your negative, and of course you got your yellow for your video. So that's basically what I'm going to do now. Is over here is I'm going to attach the yellow to the video out, and the negative to the negative, positive to the positive, plug it in, and let's hope that we get some video. Alright, so as you guys can see right there on the board, I've got the video and everything connected. So now let's cross our fingers. I'm going to go ahead and plug this into the flight controller. Make sure you always have the antenna in, or not the flight controller, I'm going to plug it into the VTX. Always make sure you have the VTX in the VTX before you power it on, because you could blow out the VTX. So wish me good luck, and I'll show you guys here in a second. Hopefully we get some video. Guys, so we've got power and I've got the video, and as you can see I've got my Furibee goggles here, but we do have video, which is awesome. So that is freaking perfect. I was hoping that everything would work as I plugged it in. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and button this all up, and then I'll show you guys when I'm done. So guys, so there is the new VTX. It is all installed and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the camera back into the other side, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the top plate on, and then basically all I got to do now is just take it outside. Alright guys, so here it is. Here is the VTX upgrade. So you can see right there I'm using a cloverleaf antenna instead of the dipole, and this is actually a MMCX connector down there, so I can actually change that out if I wanted to. I could put any kind of basically different kind of antenna on there. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this. Let's go ahead and power it up so you guys can actually see what the VTX looks like if I don't drop it first. So you guys can see what the VTX looks like. Alright, there you go. So you can kind of just barely see it, but there you go. You can kind of see it'll flash the band, it'll flash the channel, and it'll flash the power. And this is actually a switchable, so it's switchable in between 25 milliwatt. Let me look at it exactly. I believe it goes up to 200 if I remember right. So, no, actually 600, I'm wrong. So it goes to 25, 200, 400, and 600 milliwatts. Now, in multi-GP racing, you're not going to use 600 milliwatt. You're just going to blow out everybody's video. So I'll be keeping it at the 25 milliwatt. But maybe if I'm out by myself, definitely will be bumping it up a little bit. But yeah, I am super impressed. And I put a little zip tie here to kind of push that down because it was kind of sitting up kind of high, so it kind of rides like low like that. But yeah, really impressed with it. Went in fine. Didn't take me very long at all to do this little upgrade, and hopefully this should give me much better video. So guys, if you liked the upgrade on the SkyStars X140 or also the Furibee X140, same drone, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me, guys. I appreciate that. And if you like my channel, if you like all my tips and tricks, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You're more than welcome to do that. And just thank you guys for all the support as usual. Thank you for all the views. I really appreciate it, guys. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for the next video, let's keep our drones up in the air, flying high, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out and have an awesome day.